Under the cool winter sky of Bill Sohier Park, Spirit One stepped onto the field, rallying behind Cody on his captaincy debut, one day post-birthday. Choosing to bowl first, Nathan's precision shone with a noteworthy 116. Anthony's courageous knock of 33 was a tale of grit, battling with an injured knee, inspired by Jackson making his LMS debut. Despite falling short by 137 runs, the spirit and determination showcased left nothing but pride.
And welcome. We're away. We started. Oh, I was gonna jump into this all super energetic and ready to go, and had all these plans, and then I pushed the button and sat there, with stage fright. Quality start. But if you've been around, you know this is how we begin. You would have seen by now. Okay. Seen by now by our awesome intro. Still exists. Written and composed by Glenn Singleton, one of our Patreons for the page. Oh, Patreon's not the right word, because that's actually a real thing, and people actually do pay for, YouTube and Patreon and stuff. He's not a patron; he's just a friend who did some stuff. We have our intro. I've now started incorporating my Snap Sporting Memories. What do you call them? Match report snippets. All right, started incorporating that before the beginning of each one. Today there will be two. I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to do it backwards. I played last minute stands today. Well, we'll get into that further. This weekend I had two last minute stands games. Yesterday I played in one. I didn't do a YouTube report for it, so I'm going to do a double header. But I think I'm going to do it backwards. I might do today's game and then go back and do yesterday's game. So before today's game, you will have seen the Snap Sporting Memories memory snippet of a match report. I would love it if all of you could tell your friends about it, share about it, talk to your clubs about it. Whether you play soccer, whether you play golf, if you know me through cricket, I know you do other stuff. Do you go fishing? Do you have daughters that do dancing? There's a whole bunch of stuff that it can be used for. Not intending on using this channel as a sales vehicle, because I've only got 42 followers. But those of you, if you can share it out there, the more it gets out there, the more people are interested in the Snap Sporting Memories. Nice and quick, happy sport memories, like the old days of the newspaper. But in this modern world of video, you do it with AI, put in your things, gives you a little thing. I've updated the forms this week, so it actually looks really cool. You can show and hide the instructions you need. I've added some AI instructions. I've added some extra fields to put some more information about the game, so we can get a better output. So it's a broadcast quality field, or broadcast quality output. So enjoy that. I'll move on now. I'll stop talking shit and spruiking my non-performing business. It's only a couple months old. We've got plenty of time to go. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to talk about today's game. So I'd had planned on having this weekend off. I wasn't going to play cricket this weekend because we've got a week and a half before we fly to the UK for the over 50s trip to Castle Hill. I wanted to play next Saturday and Sunday and get just have a couple of games right before we go away. And I was hoping to have this weekend off, but it kind of got a little bit pear-shaped. Hoping this rain will hold off for long enough. It's hit me in the back already. So I was hoping to have the weekend off, but got nominated as emergency today. I knew we were supposed to have a training session today, so I was always going to have to do something with cricket. Yesterday's game, guys had 7, and I kind of had, I can't leave them short. So my weekend off didn't happen. So today, though, I was set as ninth man, emergency replacement if I was needed. So given I ended up playing yesterday, I thought, I'll kind of have someone to pull that today, but they didn't. Unfortunately, once they did start, poor Anthony, our fearless skipper, I think it must have been at the 5th over. I think Anthony bowled he's up 2 overs up front, and usually bowls the 3rd one at the death. Unfortunately, went down in the field, twisted his knee. it's hard playing winter cricket. I know they're shortened games or whatever, but any rain, grounds aren't going to feel. There's always that level of slipperiness. It's unfortunately, if we didn't play, if there was a level of um, difficulty is not the right word, but a level of if we waited till the grounds were perfectly dry, we'd never play, and winter LMS just wouldn't occur. So unfortunately, Anthony was a victim of those circumstances and slipped today and twisted his knee. I'm hoping it's not too bad. He did come back to bat, so we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I'm hoping Anthony's going to be okay. But after about the fifth over, he got the call to come on the field. I hadn't even I had my white pants. I had my LMS shirt on, but I had my white pants in the car and my rubbers in the car. But I was wearing just joggers and black tracksuit pants. I didn't even have time to go and get them on. I just ran on my trackies and joggers and became a fielder. And then promptly spent a lot of time running. I thought I'll just walk on to backward square here because the ball's not going to come there. It's 5 metres in front of where I've been sitting down on my ass watching the first 5 overs. Yeah, guys bought a lot of stuff down the leg side. Thanks for that. Did a bit of running. Having said, I did take a good catch. I did take a catch off Nathan, off Whackers. I got to say on this thing, I'll say Whackers because I tried to put it through my. You'll see it before where I've changed it. It says Nathan now. The first 3 iterations of it, I had Whackers, and it kept saying Whackers. And no matter how many times I tried to tell it how to pronounce Whackers, it couldn't do it. So Nath, that's why you're called Nathan Whackers on the short AI report. Anyway, let's get on to the game. So I was emergency fielder. I was needed. Wasn't my plan, but at the end of the day, I can't. Oh, hang on. Into passcode. What's my passcode? Does anyone know? Okay. It's all right. We're in. The LMS website wanted to log me out. So let's go and have a look at today's game, or Spirit 1 on the Central Coast Winter LMS Division 2 competition. Today we played Democracy Manifest 2. If you want to go back and watch previous YouTube videos, you'll understand where the Democracy Manifest got the name from. But it was if you're just joining us, it's the Chinese. The guy from many years ago had a Chinese feed in Sydney, I think, and got arrested. And he's going, "This is a Democracy Manifest. What's the charge? A succulent Chinese meal." So it does have some sort of Australian cultural significance to it. And they seem to end up to. I think they had 2 sides, one for Div 1, one for Div 2, but Div 1 was poor, that they put them into Div 2. Having said that, they're both actually pretty good. They're not too bad, and they're good guys. They allow for the development in our guys and that we're learning and that sort of thing. So we had today. So let me get on to the game. Birthday boys going everywhere. We had Cody's birthday yesterday. I'm not sure what age you turned, Cody. We've got Lachlan. I'm sorry. We've got Josh tomorrow turning 18. The big 1-8. Lockie's birthday's next week. That's what got me because those were leaving days. My birthday next weekend. I said, well, I'll talk about it next weekend. So apologies, Josh. It's your birthday tomorrow. Turning 18. I know Cody's past 18, so it was his birthday yesterday. But today, Cody made his debut as a skipper. I think 2 weeks ago, Nick did it. Last week, Corey did it. And today was Cody's debut. Won the toss as the bowler, as the skipper, and went in and sent us into bowl, which is, I was going to say it's a Castle Hill way. It's not. It's the way, that's my other team. It's we always bowl first too. So sent into bowl, which I think was a good idea. Cody had a really good, strong bowling lineup set. I had a look at his bowling lineup and batting lineup. He showed me beforehand. He put in the phone. He'd worked really hard on it and looked really good. He won the toss. Things were going great. Even the first few overs, things weren't going too bad. So Lockie and Anthony opened the bowling and were going at going at a reasonable rate sounds wrong. They weren't. They were going at a good rate. They weren't getting smacked. So the figures were down. So they set the tone nice and early. Unfortunately, I think with Anthony going down, it then got a bit harder. They sort of took advantage of that. The main bowling figures were whackers. As I said, Nathan bowled fantastically, 1 for 16 from 3 overs, 5.33 and over. Whackers came on first change and just shut the runs down. Bob brilliantly got a wicket, which was I was backwards square. Guys pulled it, and I've caught it. That was a surprise to me as anyone that I caught it, but there you go, Whackers. I gave you a wicket. I don't know how I caught it. One of those ones that was pulled flat. So if it was up here, it probably would have burst through my hands, but it was down here, so I was able to sort of get behind it and use your body to cushion a little bit. And it was also quite quick, so I didn't really have time to react. If you got those ones, you've got time to think about. They're a bit harder. So it was good. So I took that catch. Whackers bowled well, 1 for 16 from his 3 overs. Cody, none for 27 from 3, bowled really well, 9 overs, good to go. Everybody else tried hard. Anthony, his first 2 overs, none for 15 for 7.5. So Anthony's always economic. Difficult conditions to bowl in, and again, winter's really hard. So fingers crossed Anthony hasn't sort of done too much damage to that knee and can sort of get through to summer season and be ready to go. We welcome Jackson today. Welcome Jackson as LMS debut. Welcome to Spirit One. Jackson bowled well. Struggled with a little bit down than the leg side. As a left armer, it's hard. First game of LMS is always hard. It takes you 2 or 3 games, maybe 4 games to sort of get anything leg side. You can't anything leg side goes for a wide. They're going to pump you. You've got to put your ego at home. Every ball is okay. What's this bloke done to me? What can I get out of? It's a learning game. It's not. I know there's a lot of guys out there that just play LMS. I'm not going to go into the reasons why they just play LMS and my personal beliefs on it. However, what I can tell you is those that play it in mid seasons or play it during the season, but still playing sort of real cricket. If you're learning it using it as a learning curve, learning to improve things. Me personally, it's improved my economy rate. My control is what it's sort of worked for me on. When I hit summer season, my control's a lot better because I've been thinking about things. Summer season, you tend to want to set up a batsman. You might take 2 or 3 overs to do that because you might get 8, 10 overs. LMS, you've got ball by ball. You go, okay, that bloke's used his feet at me. I know he hits me if he's in his arc. Do I go shorter? Do I go slower? Do I go quicker? You get that time to work that sort of stuff out. So bear with me 2 seconds. That rain's coming in, so everything's getting covered in water. Oh, shit. Slow that down. There we go. Oh. If I was a proper YouTuber, I'd edit that out. I ain't, so I won't. Hopefully there's not too much reflection there. I think it's all right. You guys will be okay. I'm sure you will. Yeah, so look, Jackson bowled really well. Bowled really, really well. You can see it was his first game LMS. I guarantee he will come back stronger because I've seen Jackson bowl before and bat before, so I know how good he is. So anyway, look, the guys did everything they could. They played well. The Democracy Manifest made. Where's a score? Huh. It's a bit weird. Oh, there is top. 1 for 204 from 20 overs. So, but there was a lot of positives. Look, Lockie bowled a lot of really, really good balls, but then got pumped for a couple. But then you're a quick bowler. Sometimes you're going to go. Again, Whackers 1 for 16 from 3. Whackers is such a good player. What I didn't say was he bowled the death over. So came on first change, bowled his 2 overs, then bowled the death over. So to bowl the death over and still only have 1 for 16 and go for 5.5 an over is astonishing bowling in this form of cricket. Cody, bowling as captain, none for 27. Was also going to bowl a fourth over, but gave it up so that Josh could have a bowl, throw the gloves down and have a bowl. Corey bowled well. I think his last over might have gone for a little bit, but I'm sure, like his first couple overs, I'm pretty sure were great. Same with Jackson. Anthony again, none for 15. Nick still learning his trade, but he's getting better. I mean, early in the season, he was going for 20, 22 overs, like an over. His first ball was flying over the guy's head. Today, Nick's first 4 balls were impeccable. They were right in the spot. He's not fast, but he hits the spot, and that's all you need to do. That's all I do. And then I think he threw his second ball was an offside wide, which is okay. The length was still good. Everything was fine. You're gonna in a game when your grid limits are so short, you are going to get some wides. But I think he's so yeah, then re-bowls it. So his fifth ball, I think, was like a chest high full toss. It wasn't over their head or anything. So that was the no ball, and then his last one, he just tried to over bowl and dragged it down. So, but still, 11 is better than going for 20, 22. What if you're doing early on? Nick's getting better, and this is the whole point of these guys playing this game, is to improve. It's the same reason. And that when you finish watching this, if you get bored and want to go to the end, you'll in fact, maybe I will cut this off and go to a second video. But for whether it's guys that have played cricket their whole life or guys that are just starting out, the whole point and the goodness of LMS is getting that practice. Okay, when I'm bowling, what do I do with this bloke? When I'm batting, okay, am I a big hitter or am I not a big hitter? Do I go for it, or do I just, if I can knock it around, it's just getting used to that. It's such a good development ground. I think it could probably be explored and the rules can be changed a little bit. But for our usage, it's a great development game and over winter. So again, they scored, 204, 1 for 204 from 20 overs. On the larger side, I've seen worse, seen better. Guys did well. Just a shout out to Whackers too. Whackers is a great. I've seen the field. On this game, you're on the boundary all the time. So, because it's easier to come in than it is to run out. You want to, if you can stop a 4 and keep it to 1 or even 2, that's fine. Watch those, but then you go for a run out chance, it's hard to back up because people are going to come in. Whackers, I was watching him all the time. If there's a run out chance at the other side, he would always run in and be backing up. Someone like me sitting on the boundary going, oh, the action's happening over there. I'll just stand here. Yeah. Whackers watches what's going on. If the New South Wales ID guys are watching this, well, you picked him last year anyway, so you guys know what he can do. He's a great fielder. So big shout out to you there, Whackers. Still going to get out in the net all the time, every day. Anyway, coming to bat. Things got shuffled a little bit. Cody had Corey opening with Anthony. I was going to work down and I think Nick was at 8 originally. Obviously, with Anthony tweaking his knee in the field, he pushed back to 8. I sub-fielded, but I couldn't, obviously couldn't bat because it was sub-fielding, but that's it. Corey took strike so Nick moved up today. Nick's been opening a little bit lately. He's been opening with me and whatever, so it's all exposure for him. Corey batted really, really well today. Didn't try to smash everything first ball, which can be, it's a little trap in LMS. You can try and swing and hit everything straight away. It's like every other form of cricket. You can take your time, have a little bit of a look, get the feel of it. So today Corey did that. Corey was knocking around the singles, wasn't taking the big backswing and swinging. He was just, having said that, got to like I think second over, first or second over, seen a couple, and then got one and just flicked this beautiful 6. It was great. Fantastic shot. Became a victim of his own success, as you can do in cricket, whether you're batting or bowling. If you're going okay, you can then think you're invincible. Nick got run out early on. Nick got 1 from 9 balls. was looking okay. He was doing his setup and doing the things that we want him to do. Probably needs to get his elbow up a little bit more, but that's all right. Went for a quick single, and by all rights, I mean the keeper had missed it, went down to field it. By all rights, you've got to run because there's no one back up the stumps in this game. So you can take a risk of whether they hit it or they don't hit it on the direct hit. The keeper did, but I feel like Nick Garvin goes halfway down inside the bat, didn't run as hard as he could have done. It just run faster, Nick. Make every effort to get in. I'd rather you tried your hardest and not got in than you sort of just gave up. Okay? Okay. So Nick ran out for 9. Run out for 1 from 9. But again, a bit more exposure, a little bit more out the middle. Didn't get out. Poor Josh came in at 3. Played the next couple of wickets are a bit annoying, to be honest. I think Josh, Nath, and Cody, I think all 3 were caught at the same place, and then Jackson, as a left-hander, was caught the same place on the other side. A lot of bounce in the wicket. These guys we played with, they're quite young in field. I'd say they're early mid-20s. These guys, so you're playing guys that are quite athletic at that age. I'd like to think I was athletic at that age. I probably wasn't, but a lot of people are. Getting that extra bounce. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I do remember. I remember Cody's. But Josh and Nath, and I think Cody, they've all stepped back because they were getting that extra bounce, so they're trying to cut it, and it's gone to the bloke at point. I know Josh's was close. The guys dived in. Whether it's hit the ground or not, I don't know. It looked like it was caught from my distance, but we're on the other side of the field. So, unfortunately, it was the same thing happened to Nath. Trying to cut it, caught out there. And then Cody wasn't the same shot, didn't try to cut it that way and got caught out at that point. But got just a little fraction extra pace and a bit extra bounce. So he's going to play it probably the straight shot, which is right, but it's because it's got up, it's skewed off the edge and got out the same bloke. So guys lost 3 wickets pretty quickly there, which was tough. I think Corey got bowled not long after that. Jackson came out as a left-hander, and same thing. I mean, Jackson's only younger, so he's still not the tallest. You'll get there, Jackson. I'm not saying you're short or anything like that, but a lot of extra bounce. Which is interesting because we're at Bill Sawyer. We went playing up at Blue Haven, which has got those like the rubber stuff. But Jackson, same thing, was trying to get on top of that bounce and cut him. Unfortunately, he's drilled one, but the guy at square leg was quite tall and just went. No, sorry, it would have been point for Jackson as well as a left-hander. So we kind of lost 4 in a row called at point. I can't remember how Lockie was caught. I don't think it was the same. Lockie seemed to be hitting him pretty well. But yeah, I got caught. So we kind of ended up with Anthony. The bloke on one leg was batting at the end for LMS for when you got to run 2 runs. I think Anthony smacked a crack. Well, he hit 2 6s and a 4, but I think he hit 1 6 or so. And then they went, you can have a runner if you want. So Jackson, because he was the last man out before him, I think started his gear on. So Jackson went out to run for Anthony. So that was quite a helpful. Anthony batted brilliantly. 33 runs from 28 balls, 1 4 and 2 6s. Before he was caught, and I think it was just caught going from. I think we needed 6 6s and over at one point, and then plus the bonus 12 off the last one. So it was never going to happen. But the guy showed some heart and showed some sting. They did the same thing with the ball and in the field. In the field, there was a couple of catches. Nick's come. It wasn't the fact that Nick's come, and I know Nick's my son, so I don't want to talk him up and be the favouritism thing. But one thing I noticed today was with Nick, and Anthony called out to me from the sideline that Nick was getting down for the ball, like when it's in the field, he's getting down behind it, which we're learning. Got to work on the returns, but even a couple of catches that were popped up. One was he was never going to get to it short. The other one, he's come running in, it's kind of gone over his head. So, but the fact that he reacted and saw that this was going to be for him, whether he took the catch or got there or got close or not, doesn't matter. The fact that he moved and reacted and saw that it was his is a long way from where he was 12 months ago. So we'll have a look at him in 2 years' time. I'm obviously seeing what Nick's doing, but don't get me wrong, I'm also seeing what the other kids are doing who've been around, who are a lot better at cricket, have been in the New South Wales side. Their improvements are there as well. It's just less visible to me, but it doesn't mean it's not there. So they're all coming along very, very well. And in a couple of years' time, it'll be a formidable side. I'm going to say that. I'm going to call it net premiership. I'm going to call it not for New South Wales. I don't know the whole thing, but Southern Spirit, 9th grade, Spirit 1 LMS, they're coming for you, boys. How bugging that's it. They're coming for you, boys. Yeah. If you've lasted this long, you get what you get, right? That's it. Unfortunately, guys made 8 for 67, so they're all out. But we pushed them to 15.4 overs, so made them nearly get to the end. Did well. They did well. Appreciate the other side. Democracy Manifest boys are always good. They treat our guys with a level of respect. They know they're learning, and play against them accordingly. So we appreciate that. It's really good. So look, I don't know if you guys ever see this, but if any of you guys know Democracy Manifest guys, share it with them. Once I start getting wind that some of the other sides are watching these things, then I'll start making these a bit more inclusive, not just excited from what I did. Anyway, I spent my weekend off. I took a catch. Happy days. I'm going to end this one. I'll upload it, and then I might do another one for yesterday's, just because I'm sure that no one wants to watch this all this way through to go in. Those are interested in yesterday's game. And maybe it's probably going to be a hell of a lot quicker. Yeah. Ending on welcome Jackson, debut today. Happy birthday, Cody, for yesterday. Happy birthday, Josh, for tomorrow, turning 18. Welcome to adulthood. It's all down here from now, mate. I hate to tell you, it doesn't get better. But cricket's fun. Always play the cricket. Good for you. All right. Bye. So there you go. That's